Today we are going to Ljubljana, the capital of Slovenia, for a day trip. And the bus cost us only 1.7 euro, which is way less than what we paid a couple of days ago. When we were coming from Ljubljana to Bled, we paid around 5.75 euro per person. Just because today is Sunday, it's a weekend, we got like 70-80% off of this bus ticket, which is great. First thing first, we are very hungry, so we're gonna find something to eat. And then we're gonna start our vlogging day.
And we had to got off somewhere random because there is a marathon in the city today.
Oh yeah.
So the traffic is nuts. Woohoo! Trying to find cheap food, which seems impossible.
Without sausage are vegetarian. This one is vegan and gluten-free. This one is vegetarian.
And which is more traditional, the first one or the second? Both. Okay.
A bit more sweet and savory. It's just onion.
Sweet and savory.
Yeah.
Let's go with, do you want sour?
Okay, let's go with sweet and savory. We are going very traditional. It's and this in this weather this is perfect. So this is stew. It's called barley, and with that we have ordered sausages. Again, this is very traditional, and it comes with like a freshly baked bread. Oh my God! Hi.
Okay, so if you're in Slovenia, you're gonna have to cook food by yourself a lot because in here everything is so expensive. Like this meal cost us 8.5 euro. I know it's traditional, but still for us it's expensive because we are on a budget. And even the burek, you know, the traditional burek that we were trying in Bosnia and all the other countries, that were like 1 or 2 New Zealand dollar max. And in here it's like 3 euro per burek. So just be prepared to, you know, cook majority of the meal by yourself at hostel or at your Airbnb.
Provided if you are on a budget like us.
Yes, of course. If you have money to splurge, oh, go wild.
And because in a hostel as well, a lot of people have only come for a day or two, and that explains why. And also, if you are seeing all this, this is the perks of staying in a hostel. I somehow got some allergy from the bedsheet or
But to be honest,
pillow.
you got a very
Sensitive skin.
actually, yeah, because I didn't get anything.
Having said that though, our hostel is really good. I mean, as Sagar said, it's sort of, I have a very sensitive skin. But overall, whoever we have met, they have confirmed that the standard is here now of the hostels because we have started with the best one. And now it's time to burn off those calories. We are heading up to the hill to see the castle. It's just a 15-minute walk. Well, in theory, but it was so stunning that we ended up taking an hour to get there. I mean, how could we not? With the fun little surprises like this along the way, charming streets like that, and breathtaking views of the city like this, it's impossible to rush.
So this castle was built in 11th century and then it was rebuilt in 15th century, I guess. Something happened between that, I'm not sure. But the fee to enter the castle is like 12 euro per person. Now, we are on the budget and I'm very, very tempted to go inside. But at the same time, it's out of our budget, yeah, because we have some other plans as well. But anyway, inside, if I can find some stock footages, I will put somewhere. But otherwise, there's a viewing tower inside as well. There's a museum as well, if you want to go. And if you have money, go splurge it.
If you are not gonna go inside the castle, actually the area around the castle itself, the castle ground, is very beautiful. We came in the autumn month, so it's very colorful as well, and you get to see still all the panoramic view of the city. So one way or the other, you are not missing out on too much. You can still have access to this beautiful place. A quick coffee break. we actually never told you how we go about our days when we don't do free walking tour. So basically, I am the tour guide and Sagar follows me through because I do research and Sagar does all the editing of the video. So today I am the tour guide, and what I learned about Ljubljana, that it's a product of one architect. So he practically designed the whole city, and his name is Jose Plesenic. Now, I mean, it could be Jose, it could be Jose. If all three pronunciations are wrong, then let us know in the comment, because I actually gave up. English is such a funny language. So yes, that architect built or like designed the whole city, and that's why it's very beautiful, and you'll see as we walk along, you'll see. And all the history is thanks to some blogs, videos and ChatGPT. So let me know in the comments how you like it. I think when there is like river flowing through the old town and there is this cobblestones, that city is just stunning. We have seen this in Bratislava, Budapest, and you can't get enough of it. It's just so beautiful, and with autumn colors, it's next level. So in this whole town, no car is allowed. So everyone have to either walk or they can, I think, ride a bicycle. But that's something we haven't seen it in all the cities. Amazing, yeah. It looks like we have just missed the market. It sort of looks like an antique or like local produce market. But I think they're mostly done for today. So for the last few minutes, all Sagar is doing, jabbar hai na yaar. It's basically means so beautiful, yaar. If you have 24 hours just like us, then the best way to explore the city is by walking through the streets. It's just, you don't want to know the history. It's just very pretty, a good sight to your eyes.
The both side of the river shores, you will find plenty of restaurants, and for some reason, I know it's Sunday, but there are lots of people. I mean, a lot of people.
This is the only city we have seen locals more
Than the tourists. Yeah. Oh, I guess because today was marathon, everyone is like
celebrating.
But yeah, this street is so live.
Look at that. There are 700 faces, and each face has like a different emotion or expression. What amazes me the most that in European cities, these sort of quirkiness is permanent. This is not an exhibition. This is like a live sculpture sort of embedded in the old town. This sculpture was done by the local sculptor, I think Yakov or Jakov. That's okay, that's okay. But he was inspired by an Austrian poet, and basically this means is everyone has different faces, and we sort of pull this one face for our entire life, or it can change based on the situation. So many emotions, many faces, but what we choose to do with that is based on who we are. It's such an amazing poetic thing, and it is, I just can't believe it's permanently here. What a deep philosophy.
You know what? No, I'm just talking to
Sorry.
camera. You know what? I can sit here for hours and looking at this river, that bridge, those boats that are passing by. It's just so beautiful. I know it's a sunny day today, but I'm assuming even if it's like a cloudy day, hazy day, it still would look so beautiful. Come in autumn, Slovenia, yes. That would be more beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Or spring.
Yeah. You see that church? It's a Franciscan church, and it's like one of its kind because we never usually come across pink church. Funny enough, it used to be red, but over the years the color faded to this salmon pink color. And also this bridge is called Tripple Bridge because there are 3 bridges coming together. There used to be like just one bridge, but it started getting very busy. So I think the ruling authority asked the architect to make it a bit wider so that it can have more traffic. But the architect, being so unique and clever-minded, he actually added 2 different bridges on both sides of that one bridge, and that tube extension became sort of a walking pathway. So now you can see like 3 bridges coming together in the city center. Honestly, if you have limited time in the new city, in any European countries, then the best way is to just walk around and have like traditional food. Because yes, we may not know the history by not doing the free walking tour, but just getting the vibe of the place is fun enough. You know, like this city, the way it's been designed is just amazing, and the buildings have got different architecture. Like this one in front of us, it's like, looks like mosaic, but it's not mosaic, I know. Then over there, it's like a very traditional Austro-Hungarian structure. And over there, there's like a pink church. In just one frame, so much variety. So if you are coming to Europe in, I would say 6 months or like even in a year, I'd say between 1.6 to 1.9 euro for cappuccino is reasonable. Anything above that is expensive. So we go by this logic, and as soon as we stepped into Bled, we realized this even city is gonna be very expensive. And then we looked into Ljubljana, and sure enough, the coffee is pretty expensive. So what we did today, we wanted to try one of the traditional dishes, so that's why we opted for that stew. Then we also carry some like a muesli bar and fruits. So yeah, just to give you a perspective, that's how we managed to travel this long and stay under all just right on the budget all this time.
Like all the other cities like Budapest, Bratislava, you can also do a boat ride in this river as well. And needless to say, it's going to be expensive because it's Slovenia. But yeah, if you're into that, you can do that as well.
And I know we have been saying a lot in this video, budget. It's because Slovenia is extremely expensive and we almost didn't do it. We only could manage to come here because we chose to stay in the hostel. And it wasn't cheap either. It was like 90 New Zealand dollars or 50 euro per night for both of us. But we knew we had to balance it out with our eating habits. So we are making most of the meals at home. So like the only reason I'm sharing this with you is because on a budget travel, you can actually balance it out as long as you know your priorities. So with us, we wanted to come to Slovenia. We really wanted to spend 7 days. So we chose to stay in hostel, and then we are just exploring this city center in a day because Ljubljana had no option even for hostel. Everything was booked out. So we are staying in Bled instead.
So we are at this Dragon Bridge, and apparently Ljubljana has 20 more bridges along this river. And while walking, through the old town and the town of Ljubljana, we realized just in 2 kilometers or 1 kilometer maybe, they had like 5-6 bridges. I mean, wow.